तुलसी क्यों मर जाती है मेरी भैया बार बार? कहाँ है? So I went plant shopping today. My Tulsi ji always dies, so I'm just like very confused. And every time I go for buying Tulsi ji, I end up buying like more stuff. So today I got like some snake plant and this punch, those pink colored pattas and a cactus. And I got I think 5 plants or something. But this video is not about the plants. This video is about my health journey, which I think is so important. It's a lot of sun here. Let me just find a different space, and I'll talk more about the plants once the plants get delivered. Okay. Yeah. So I wanted to talk to you about my health journey because I was thinking about it like just a few days back, and I realized it's been almost a decade for me, 10 years, 10, 11 years, I think, when I started my whole fitness thing. And if you don't know this about me, when I first came to Bombay, I started off as a fashion model. And at the time, of course, you know, you're young, 17, 18, whatever, you don't really think about anything else but your how you look, right? And I've always been somebody who's, you know, of this ideology that if you have to do something, just go ahead and get it done. And it started off as me trying to fit into this mold of a model, right? A fashion model. So I had to be skinny, and I told myself that this is what the job requires. If you want to do this job, you gotta fit into what the job description is, right? And I remember I used to literally starve myself. I used to eat just boiled eggs and boiled spinach. And sure, I got that fashion model figure, and I worked in the fashion industry for like 3-4 years. And then I decided that there is no more growth in this industry for me, because I had done all the fashion weeks, I had done the editorial shoots, I had done the designer shoots, everything. And I decided that, you know, it's time for me to move on and do something else like acting. And I got really interested in acting around 2018, 2019. But one thing that is different from when I used to model to now actually people come up to me and they say, you know what, your skin is glowing, your hair are so good, what are you eating, what are you doing? But back when I was modeling and I had that perfect model figure, sure, people came up to me and they were like, you know, wow, you have such a thin waist, and you're so fit, and you're so tall, and whatever. But they also said you're pretty. But not once, I don't remember anybody in those years coming up to me and saying your skin is glowing, or saying wow, your hair are so healthy and your hair are so thick, or something like you look healthy. Not even once. And I think that's obvious, right? Because I was not healthy. I had so many deficiencies. I remember I had started getting these alopecia patches, like these bald patches. And I just went from being completely unhealthy to being what I am today, which is very healthy. I can say it without a doubt. I am a very healthy person. And I thought about this entire journey of how long it took, how much of consistency it took, how much of loving yourself that took. Because I think when we look at health, right, we think about fitness, we think about the muscle mass, we think about weight gain or weight loss, whatever. And I understand that there are so many people out there who are skinny and they want to gain weight, and no matter what they eat, they can't gain weight. And then there are people, no matter what they do, they're not able to lose weight. And what really changed for me when I think about it, I genuinely, it was about approach, because I was approaching initially when I was trying to be a model, when I was not a model. I just wanted to be skinny, so starving myself, working out like 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening, and just a lifestyle which was, I mean, when I think about it, I'm just like, how did I actually do it? I was crazy, right? And then going from being an actual model and sustaining that uh, figure, that tiny waist, and just no fat on the body or on the face for that matter. Um, from there to going, I remember like around 2018, 2019, when I had started taking acting classes, and I had started being more interested towards acting and writing and painting. All of a sudden, it was okay for me to eat, right? But because I had not eaten, like actually eaten for so many years, even like digesting one chapati, one roti for me was so harsh. I couldn't even digest one roti. So it was a very slow process of introducing myself to food. And I remember even up until recently, I've always viewed food as it's this something that you eat to survive, right? It's not, I'm not a foodie. I know a lot of my friends give me a lot of shit about not being a foodie and how can you not love food. Here's the thing, for me it was always about, okay, you eat food, you get energy, you go about doing whatever you have to do in your day. I never looked at it as something which is to be enjoyed. I never looked at it as something which sometimes a lot of people look at food as this escapism, and never, like, I just had no thoughts regarding food. And back in 2018, 2019, when I was introducing myself to eating healthy, or just eating for that matter, in my case, um, I realized, sure, food is tasty, and all of these things are good, but it's the kind of food that you eat. It's like the number one lesson I learned is you have to include nutrients from different sources. You can't just like eat one source of something that is healthy. For example, eggs, right? Eggs are healthy. You can't just rely on eggs for that protein. If you want protein, sure, go out and get like other sources of protein. That was my biggest lesson. And I know it sounds very basic, but it was my biggest lesson. And from there, I also introduced myself to yoga and meditation. Actually, yoga and meditation was introduced to me when I was in 8th class. And of course, when you grow up and you're trying to be a fashion model, all these things sound very boring, right? And I sort of went back to yoga and meditation, and including good food. And I did not do it for some figure that I wanted to achieve, or some body type that I wanted to fit in. It was mostly because I had so many deficiencies. My hair was falling out. And at that time, it really didn't matter. For me, I was like, I need nutrients. I need to like fill myself up. And it's so funny because when I modeled for like 3-4 years. That time I was almost telling myself, yeah, this is what you have to do. This is what you have to do to be the model, to do your work. This is for your work. But once I stopped modeling, I realized I was so stupid. I was so stupid. I know it sounds very like, duh, but about 7 to 8 years I have been working out consistently. I was doing boxing then, I'm doing boxing now. I have been into fitness for all these years. I've been doing yoga for all these years. I've been eating healthy for all these years. And every time like somebody asks me now, right, how do you have such beautiful hair? How do you like, how is your skin glowing? My answer is very simple, because you may think that, okay, if I apply something topically, it's going to fix my problems, blah, blah, blah. Dude, it is actually what you eat. It's your genes and it's your diet. Sure, I use so many topical treatments, right? Yeah, I have a morning serum, I have a night serum, I have a scalp serum, I have I have a hair mask, I have a good shampoo conditioner that I use, sure. But I do not rely on them for the health of my hair. That is for me just maintenance. I'm going to just maintain the health of my hair through these topical treatments. And sure, they're great. I mean, I love the Kerastase range that I use. I love it. It's not like I'm against skincare and against these topical treatments to maintain your skin and hair, but for me it's just about the approach to go natural, the approach to feed yourself with love, feed yourself with nutrients which are going to it's going to make you think clearly, it's going to make you think positively. And we know that, right? This is so simple. We've known it. Our dadis, nanis, everybody has always said this to us. Amla khao, ye karo, all of that. We've had it in our culture. And somehow we still forget these things, and then we move on to achieving a body type. Maybe it is for the validation, maybe it is, in my case, it was for a job that I was like tricking myself into. Maybe it's because you hate the body you're in, so you just want to change it. No matter what change, you just want to change it. Whatever the reason, we forget these basic things. We forget that it is what you eat. At the end of the day, the kind of food that you eat, the nutrients you have in your food, dal, roti, sabzi is not going to cut it, because we don't get that quality of sabzi that we earlier had. We don't get that quality of wheat, for example. I mean, I was reading about wheat and the history of wheat, and it sort of just blew my mind that it's crazy how we're just buying stuff and eating stuff without realizing that the actual nutrients in it are so low. And of course you can include ragi and you can include bajra and all of these different all of these different things. But if you don't know when you're going to eat something, how that's going to affect your body, how that's going to affect your gut health, and how then eventually it will show on your face and in your hair and everywhere in your body, your mental health, everything. Of course, yes, one more thing. Back in 2018, 2019, when I was changing this whole approach and this whole lifestyle, right, I also started my self-growth journey because of yoga and meditation. And it's all related, it's all interrelated. I always say this, you can't always just do, let's say, 15 minutes of yoga in the morning and then indulge in some really sad emotions and negative emotions and think that everything's going to be okay. Everything's not going to be okay. It is the emotions, it is what you feed to yourself on a daily basis, it is what you eat, what you ingest in your body on a daily basis, how much you move your body. It's all of it. And sure, the benefits are great, right? I mean, when I look at my pictures from 7-8 years back to what I am now, the benefits are very clear. It's very obvious that this person went from being unhealthy to healthy. But I didn't do it for anybody else. And now that people come up to me and they ask me, it feels good. It feels good because it has been such a long journey of trying to love myself, not knowing what food is good. And of course I knew ki ye healthy hai, ye unhealthy. I've never, even now I'm not really into junk food. I don't eat bahar ka khana, junk, all of that. Even when I was modeling, I was not doing it. But it was mostly about how do I actually love myself and just not say that I love myself. When you actually love yourself, you are going to be wanting to put good stuff in your body. You know what I mean? And and one more thing, it did not happen overnight. I did not go from being unhealthy to healthy in 3 months. It didn't happen. It took a while. It took years actually for these hair to grow long and just my skin to be better and all of that. And sure, youth, I am young and we are young right now. Whatever we do, it may not show on our face, but it will eventually. And it's not that I'm against aging or I'm scared of wrinkles or anything, but I want to nourish myself as much as possible. And yeah, that's been my health journey, from being somebody who used to starve herself to being somebody who cannot right now even entertain that idea, that how did I ever do that. So I thought this story would be something you could relate to. I mean, if you are somebody right now who's struggling with health and fitness, or food for that matter, I want you to know that it's not a overnight fix. There's no overnight fix for skin, hair, health, body, nothing. It is going to take time. And if that scares you, I want you to ask yourself that why are you not willing to put in that time for yourself? You should, right? You should be willing to invest as much as time in yourself as long as it takes, and even maybe more. I mean, I know that I spend taking care of myself more than anything else. I indulge in my skincare rituals, I indulge in my food, I indulge in my hair care rituals, everything. And even now, I am still going out and looking at what else can I improve in my diet, what else can I add, what more other. Hi, there's a cat again. Hello. Okay. So, what else can I include in my diet that's going to be helpful? So it's once you start getting into it, it almost becomes like you look forward to it, right? It's like working out. Initially it's difficult, and then when you get into it, you look forward to it, and it's sort of this journey that you take with yourself, or maybe with a partner, I don't know. But it's worth it. It's worth knowing that no matter where you are in life, if you have a eating disorder, if you have a body dysmorphia situation going on with you, you have to know it's not going to last, and you have to know that the first step is by actually loving yourself. What does love mean? Does it mean that you're going to treat this body like a dustbin and everything goes in? Does it mean that you're going to starve this body? It doesn't, right? So it's not just about saying I love myself, it's about doing things that actually show you that you do love yourself, you are worth of that love. And I think my plants are here now. I am going to go get those plants. I'm actually going to show. Do you want to see? Do you want to see? Tell me. Do you want to see? Be silent. Anyway, actually, I will show you. I think you want to see. Hi. Every time I make a video, you have to come now, and now you have to ignore me. Okay. Today's fit was also very like I'm going and getting plants. I'm actually loving this relaxed fit. I love these pants. And the beautiful hair that I was talking about. This is actually my favorite corner right now, because in the night, like, this light sort of just lights up this plant, and I have these candles. I think the chota plant I got, I'm gonna keep that one here. And this one is the only one that is like still alive from all the earlier plants I got. This one and this money plant. So now this guy doesn't seem so alone, right? Tulsi ji, please don't die. And I got this guy and this guy. Flowers generally die. I don't know why, but he said this guy is like really strong and he's not gonna die. So it's so cute. Actually, while they were getting the cactus broke, so they've gone back to get the cactus. I'm so happy. There is the Chotu cactus. It's so cute. So cute. Now I just have to find a place for this guy. I think I can take him inside. I think this guy like is good here, right? Also, I think with this candle it looks kind of cute. Also, have I told you how candle obsessed I am? Yet? No? Anyway, I hope you like this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.